hadn't seen you in a long time. You know, that's something that he just doesn't. We'll take care of that.
I have children like that coming out of college. Have you met the new city
You're the second person that's told me that. Am I that
We know your
bad?
wife has a gig over there.
I do, yeah. Tammy reminded me of that, but I didn't get out of it. So, I must be pretty bad.
It's fun to come when you don't have anything on the line.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, did you have something on your agenda?
I just come to watch the show.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's a pretty good show. So, I'll probably be talking pretty fast. No, you just follow my
Oh, yeah. Not a problem.
I will say a few words about it. Maybe what I'm doing, just look at you. Or something like that. Or you can do the whole thing. This is
So that's how we get something, that's okay. But as long as everything's buttoned up, I don't have a problem producing it.
Yeah, I'll find it
Whatever that's called. Well, need to change
So, I know.
We're going to call this meeting to order. Welcome, everyone. We have a quorum. So the first thing we're going to do is I want all of you to meet our new city manager, Kent Myers, and I've asked him to stand up and say a word or two so people can put a face with a name.
Okay, as the chair mentioned, I'm Kent Myers, new city manager. This is my 5th day on the job, so I won't attend all your meetings, but I thought since the Historic Review Board is meeting this evening, it'd be a good opportunity to listen in on some of the activities involving our historic district. And again, my office is right down the hall, and if you have any need to give me a call, stop by, whatever, I'm available. But what I'm trying to do the first week or two on the job is just go out and meet as many people as possible, and including citizens, employees, and so forth. So it's great to be here. And actually, I live in a historic house. It's on the Texas Register, right down here next door to Sharon. But don't hold that against me. But, we're kind of decreasing the quality of the neighborhood, but we just leased the house from Rand Turner over here on the corner of Crockett and San Antonio Street, so down the street. And we're enjoying that Fredericksburg so far, and plan to be here for quite a long period of time, and it's great to be here.
Thank you, Ken. Okay. First item on our agenda is the approval of minutes from the April meeting. Are there any corrections or additions? Hearing none, motion? Oh, motion to approve? Thank you, Eric. A second? Jay, thanks. All in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, minutes stand approved as printed. Okay, our first application is 1227 for St. Joseph Hall. And Randy's going to be presenting, and we have many constituents here to to look at it.
Love the new meeting venue. It's great. Technology is awesome too. I hope it works better here than this in my office. But, thanks for the opportunity to be here. I've got a short PowerPoint presentation. I do not include any photos or video of the existing building. I understand Kyle has that. If you all would like to see that,
It's in our packet.
you have it. Great.
Thank you.
So I'm going to show you a short PowerPoint presentation that was part of the presentation to the made to the membership recently. The theme for the Society's project, the restoration of the hall, is Celebrate the Past and Envision the Future. This is a historic photo. The building was taken in 1899, just before its completion in 1900. These are the original founding members of the Society. I would bet most of us in the room could trace back our ancestors to some of these people in this photograph. The goal of the Society is to continue taking care of the original building and restore it to its original grandeur, but they need some additions to it to bring it up to standards of the current uses. Kind of give you a brief overview. This is a floor plan of the layout of the building. I think the thing that I'd like to point out of this is that you can see, in addition to the existing building, the new additions that are on the north and the west side of the buildings, particularly on the west side of the building. In lieu of the existing addition on the west side of the building, this one is pulled away. The main body or spaces of this addition are pulled away from the main body of the existing building and separated by a lobby. The next slide that we have shows a little bit better description of that. Our intent is to try to make the impact of the addition on the historic building as minimal as possible. You can see here that we're trying to, we have a series of pitched and flat roofs that form the addition. Our goal is to restore all of the windows and doors on the building, and I apologize, there is a mistake in the application. We indicated an application, or would lead you to believe that the existing windows in the hall are going to be replaced with new aluminum clad wood windows. That is not true. Our intent is to restore the original windows and weather strip them. This slide is showing that even where we're putting additions onto the building, our intent is not to cover those windows. Our roof form, where it butts into the building, our intent is to bring that into the building between the lower and the upper windows. On the site, of course, the property's bordered on the north by the Metzger property, St. Mary's School on the west, and the St. Mary's Parish parking lot on the east. Then on the site, there's the existing hall. And for reference, you know that there are two existing additions on the building now. The one on the rear of the building that I do not know an exact date of when that was built. I suspect early 50s. And then the more recent addition that's on the west side, which is a restroom and kitchen addition. We're proposing that both of those non-historic additions would be removed. They would be replaced with the new addition that wraps around the west and north side of the building. On the side, parking would remain on the north side of the site. We have a handicap accessible route from that to two entrances to the building, one at the rear and one on the front. Our existing driveway around the north and east sides of the building would remain. The historic sidewalk from the front of the building, our intent is to restore that, bring it up to ADA compliance. Our new handicap accessible entrance is just set off at the front, but over to the west side of the front entrance. And of course, our route to the handicap parking at the rear of the side. Right now, there's a handicap ramp and steps on the east side of the building. The ramp and the steps don't exactly meet handicap accessibility. We're proposing that they both be removed and a more historic replication of steps be put back in its place, which we think we can do now that we have an accessible route from two other entrances into the building. So that would not be considered a required means of egress. Two major features of site are a new courtyard area that would be on the southwest part of the site. And also, as you saw in the first historic photograph, our intent is to put back a replication of a fence that originally stood around the front of the property, wrought iron and stone fence. In that courtyard, there'd be a water fountain, a patio area, and then there'd be sidewalks that would tie that courtyard area back over to the St. Mary's parking lot.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Will you let Burley come through? We got some people, right? Come around this way, Burley. Oh, that'll work.
No problem.
No problem.
Sorry, blocking
No
you out
problem.
there.
Come sit here.
Other
We didn't
features
need to
on
be
the
hiding
site,
from you.
we're up against the St. Mary's, high school
Thank you.
building there, so with this new courtyard area, we're proposing to fence in, the mechanical equipment that sits on the side of the, St. Mary's High School building. And of course, we'll maintain the school entrances that are on that east side of the building. Other features include a mechanical yard, the northeast part of the property, on the north side dumpster location. The remainder areas of the site would be professionally landscaped and irrigated. Looking back at the new additions, as far as location, the new additions again would be on the north and west sides of the building. Notice that our intent here is to set those additions back from the north and east sides of the building as much as possible. And in respect to scale, our intent is to try to reduce the scale of those additions and get a nice proportion between the additions and the historic building view from the front of the building. Trying to work with roof forms. Our intent is to break up the roof forms with a series of pitched standing seam metal roofs. And then between those roof forms, a low pitch roof, as you saw in the building section, where the addition ties into the existing building. Separations at the back of the building, we try to provide some separation between the main body of the addition and the historic part of the building. At the front of the building, that separation is used again. And we also try to make that separation as transparent as we can. This is actually the handicap entrance into the building at the front part of the building. So trying to get as much glass there and that separation as possible. Just a rendering of the front of the building. Another rendering.
That's it. Animation wasn't attached.
Okay, we didn't have an animation of the site. And here's a board of the renderings of the building, and you don't have any questions?
Questions? Gentlemen?
We have included colors in our presentation. From paint scrapings that we've done, it appears to me that there, in addition to the existing white color, there's been a total of 4 apparent colors on the building. First was a green, that was, and I took these off of the windows and doors off the building. It appears that originally there was a all green, then an all red, an all beige, and the current all white. We're proposing for colors, as you can see in the rendering, we're proposing a combination of the red and the green with on the sashes and frames of the windows and the door, with the front door being something more like in a natural color. I don't know how good your colors reproduce, but I brought another copy here for you to take a look at. On the stucco portions of the building, our intent is to get a color that complements or works with the stone. I'm just using this as a general marker. I think that still needs some work. My thought is to pull some color out of here and have a contrasting color, a little bit contrasting color between the main body, stucco, and maybe the eave line. But that color I'm still working on. But this hopefully gives you a general direction of where what our intentions are.
Okay. Questions? If you have no questions, are we ready for motion? Move to approve? Okay. A motion and a second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Thank you, Randy.
Thank you all very much.